right, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Off the Clock with Mo. You know, once again, I got my running rebel partner, my brother Lonnie Line, or AKA Shrimp in the Basket.
Oh, you gonna hit me with that early. Hey man, it's a pleasure to be back sitting here with my brother. You know, from another man. Let us God and death go to war with anything. You know, little toast to you, brother. I love what you got going on here.
Thank you for
letting me be a part of it. You know.
Oh man, that's a given.
Special guest host, I guess.
Yeah, we can turn it into a special guest host, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, anything is bound to happen.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's why I gave you that's why I gave you the call on another Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gave you another call on for another Tuesday episode.
You know, I threw the alley-oop.
Yeah,
it was just up for me to try to lay it up. I can't wait till we get our whole Rebel fam on here.
Yeah, you know, you gotta get quick on here. Quick refuse to want to come on
quick
and shit. So the longer it take quick to show up, the more
gonna talk about
I'm gonna tell this story for him.
Hey,
so it could be a lie, it could be the truth, but it's gonna be my truth.
What was that movie that lady Terry?
So if it's a lie, it's gonna be my truth.
Yeah, I think he camera shy or something. I don't know.
He may be camera shy, but I got his ass good last week on
Let me find out quick. You want it for something. Your ass don't want to be on. You don't want to be on here because somebody it's a reward for you. Because I'm turning your ass in for that reward.
Because you know that motherfucker, he got mad as
you got dual citizenship, so
you
keep coming back and forth.
Yeah, we're gonna cancel. We're gonna cancel that damn dual citizenship.
Yeah,
and you know that motherfucker, he got he got upset. Well, I don't know if he got upset, but I got his ass on here without him being on here though.
Right.
I did that prank phone call, told that motherfucker good night. The crazy part was he didn't catch it the first time I said I want to tell you good night. That's when his mama. That's when his mama said, you know, she was saying hi and happy birthday to me.
Right.
And he didn't catch it the first time, and then the second time I said it is when he caught on to the shit.
Like, oh,
like no, you can't tell me. No, you can't tell me good night. I mean, well, damn, man, we can't tell each other good night. I think this should be a new trend. Before we all go to bed, call each other and say good night.
Might be kind of weird, but you call me like that, I'm like, hey, bro, you been drinking?
We're quick at it. You okay? You been drinking?
Right.
Like, nah.
Did doctor give you some bad news about something?
Hell yeah.
You got your shrimp coming in the basket?
No, lying at home. So, man, yeah, you know, we was talking, we was talking earlier, you know, before we started, before we started up, you know, talking about, you know, some of those, like those early day basketball rivalries, you know, you know, back in the day, that sent that eventually caused Quick to go from 100 miles and running to the Running Rebels.
Right.
But the name fit him good because he did 100. Yeah, he ran 100 miles. He ran 100 miles
coming from what was that? Copper Tree?
Westminster.
Yeah. To coming over here, who were these guys? Pine Ridge?
Yeah, over there in the Ridge.
Yeah. He had to do 100 miles.
Yeah, you know, because when he first came over, he had one of them sweater vests. And we said, nah, motherfucker, we don't wear no sweater vests. We don't wear no sweater vests over here.
Take that preppy shit back over there.
Yeah, take that belt that you walk around with your books on. You know back. You know they had the belt that was tied for the, and that would be the way they carry their books. No, you gonna use your hands or you gonna use a bag.
Hey, you got to carry a grocery bag to school.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we converted him without converting him. That mother just got on the team. We ain't asked him to come. He just got on the team.
Yeah. I think one day he just called next one day.
Yeah, that mother picked all of us up. Picked all of us up like, hey, what y'all call yourself? I heard y'all say yourself or somebody. Man, I say, man, we the Running Rebel. Yeah, I'm a Running Rebel too. Nah, we Running Rebel 1, not 2.
Yeah, because he was playing with Turk and Book and Chop.
He was playing with Twine.
And he was playing with Irene too.
Irene, yep.
Yeah, she was their captain.
Yeah.
She wasn't their co-captain. She was the captain.
She was the captain. Irene.
Yeah.
Irene had game.
Yeah, she could shoot her ass off.
And I always had to guard her. I had to guard her. Irene. I'm like, man, come on now, dog. Well, I got to guard her. She posted me up.
I mean, shit.
But it worked out.
Yeah,
I don't think we ever lost, but
no, he ain't never lost. I don't know how many times she put a titty in your face on layups and shit. You up there with the titty in the face like this and shit. Sweaty ass titty.
that booty, like boom.
Oh, well, yeah, that
boom shakalaka.
Hell yeah, but yeah, them motherfuckers. But we had a few rivalries.
Yeah, we had some
in those days.
Battles with some people.
Yeah,
I remember those two brothers. They was light skinned. They was in the I think they was in the ridge. One was tall, one was short.
Booby and
no,
Twine?
Not them.
Oh,
not Booby and Twine. They was young dudes. These guys, they was older than us. They was
grown.
They was grown. We used to hoop against them. I mean, his brother broke his ankle at Amber Woods. I seen it. His ankle was sticking out and shit was bleeding. I'm like, damn.
It wasn't Mouse, was it? I remember one guy named Mouse. He was light skinned, kind of short,
curly hair.
I can't remember if his hair was curly, but he could jump. He had a vertical out this world.
It might have been him because I know him and his brother, they played good together.
Yeah.
And it's like we always end up matching up with them. And I think they had one other guy, and then they just pick up another guy because Amber Woods we only played fours, so they pick up one other guy, but it was always me before Quick even got over because he couldn't run because it was only four, so it was the originals, me, you, P, and Meech, playing against everybody, kicking their ass, and then what they would try to do, people would try to, if I get to the court first, they'll try to pick me up, or if P get to the court, they try to pick him up. You get to the court, they try to pick you up.
Yeah.
Meech get to the court, they try to pick him up. So they try to split us apart. They just be like, no, y'all can't run together. You can't run together. Who made that rule?
Yeah, who made that rule? I want to see this rule.
What's that? He used to do that too. Marlo, he get to the court, he gonna pick one of us up, so all of us couldn't play together. I remember I quit one time. When my guys came up, I quit a team. I was like, man, I'm about to run with them.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
No, it ain't.
I got y'all another guy.
Yeah. Shit. Who said I had to keep running with you?
Right.
Nobody. Ain't no rule. I ain't got to keep running with you. Matter of fact, I didn't want to run with you this time.
I didn't. You just picked me up and I wanted to play.
Yeah, I wanted to warm up.
Yeah. It was getting cold.
Hell yeah, man. I had a couple guys back in the day that I used to have a rivalry with that I couldn't beat. It was two guys I could never beat worth a damn.
For real?
It was two guys I never could beat. I grew up with them, but by the time we started hooping together, they was
gone.
Yeah,
their own thing.
Yeah, it was back in the day. It used to be Mark Ewing.
Oh yeah, I remember Mark Ewing. He could hoop.
Yeah, Mark Ewing used to have this motherfucking gunshot like jumper. He just boom, that motherfucker go right in the damn bat. Boom. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, like a line drive.
Hell yeah. And because Mark Ewing, he used to live. We used to live behind one another.
Right, yeah.
And our parents was cool, and he used to come over all the time, and we would play basketball in my room on this little Nerf ball hoop and shit like that. I couldn't beat him in my own room.
Damn.
I couldn't beat him on the court, and then
he was a cool dude. Mark.
And then after him, then it was Denard Shaw. I used to play with Denard Shaw all the time. All the time I used to run with Denard Shaw.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then I guess, for lack of better words, the streets got a hold of both. Yeah. You got a hold of both of them. And I used to try to play my ass off to beat both of them all the fucking time, and I never could beat neither one. I never could beat neither one of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? I used to try my damnedest all the fucking time.
I remember when I first started hooping with Meech. Me and Meech used to hoop with Cool, cause Cool could hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Wright could hoop to his brother.
Yeah,
he could hoop, but we used to hoop with Cool all the time. And it was me, Cool, and Meech. And then when we met P, it was me, Cool, Meech, and P. And then Cool stopped coming. That street life, a little bit more enticing.
Yeah, that's how it was. Cause I used to play with. Matter of fact, I think I was on basketball team in elementary school with both Cool and Tone. And I used to play. I used to play with.
You ain't go to Ricardale, did you?
No, I went to
You went to West?
No, I went to Myers.
You went to Myers.
I went to Myers. And it was maybe it was break. No, I used to hoop with them. I used to hoop with them in break.
I'm about to say because
break had two
green and break white.
Yeah,
I played on the team. It was me and Travis Harden. Me, Travis Harden.
Oh, big head Travis Harden. Yeah, that motherfucker had a big ass head.
Yeah, he did.
I wanted to even grow into that shit. It used to be a battle between him and Badu, who had the biggest head.
Damn. That's a battle right there. Two planets against each other.
Man.
Yeah, I used to hoop with him. He actually was probably my best friend in junior high.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to his crib and everything because he stayed in Westman. No, he stayed in Coppertree. He stayed in Coppertree because he stayed right by Truman.
Yeah.
And we used to I used to go to his crib. We used to hoop, and then we used to hoop. We played on the same team in junior high. And I remember they was asking, we was hooping, and this guy came up there was asking us, "What school are you guys going to?" When we was in 8th grade, and I said, "I'm going to Truman." He was like, "You should go to TC." I'm like, I ain't going no damn Taylor. How the fuck I'm supposed to get there? I'm barely making it to Truman.
Right.
On the bus. And he's like, "You should go to TC." And Travis like, "I'm going to Kennedy." He said, "Man, you should come to Kennedy." And I'm not going to Kennedy either. Kennedy wasn't. Truman and Kennedy was like night and day. It was like the preppy kids went to Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
The hood kids went to Truman.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like to me. I could be wrong.
I mean, it seemed like that because you got to think because most of the guys that went to Truman was all over there in that project area in Southland, Pine Ridge, Amberwoods, Woodbrook
right,
too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody over there was,
they was in the houses.
Yeah.
A lot of them was in the houses.
And then, some of them was over there in Coppertree.
Yeah.
Coppertree as well and shit like that. Yeah. So, it was a little, I guess, like you said, it was a little different, like between night and day.
Yeah, it was a little different. Like, I think we was being more exposed to stuff being in where we was from. We was exposed to a lot more different stuff than they was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Travis was one of my best friends until I met Meeks. Cause I met Meeks first. I don't even know how me and Meeks met. I think we just linked up and started kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
We had to take the same bus to school. I think we just started kicking it.
Right.
Like, what's up, nigga? You all right? You cool? Yeah, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, kids don't do this. Me and Meeks used to be in the what's that? What we used to call that? The school circle or school something?
Doing what? Was the school store there? Or was
it was like the English circle. It was like, the schools by the school store.
Yeah.
We would get Gatorade bottles, put some liquor in there, and we would be drunk at school.
Uh-huh.
This was Meech's word. I don't even we getting perved. So we used to get, I guess that was an Inkster word. Cause we used to get perved, standing right there with our Dickie suits on. I mean, looking like just some rebels.
Uh-huh.
Some rebels. We used to get, and I'm like, man, we drinking this shit. I was getting the next class after lunch, after we been drinking that shit, and be asleep.
Hell no.
Knocked out.
Yeah, me and Nikki Pilgrim used to do that shit in our English class. I forgot what English teacher we had. She was a cool ass teacher. She was a short white lady with gray hair.
Yeah.
And me and Nikki used to be in class, and we would she always had a water bottle full of something. We'd be in the classroom, drinking here and there, and I think I was in that class with her, Trina. And somebody else. It was an English class. And I remember one time.
I know who you're talking about because I had that same teacher.
I mean, one time she asked us to write a story about something with us.
I had her in 10th grade.
And I could not come up with a story to want to write. So
he had a brain fog.
So
not Mo not having nothing to write about. Not him.
Oh yeah, shit, man. Yeah, that
I always got something to talk about.
And and we had just watched Menace to Society.
Mm.
And I don't remember that part where Kane's grandfather like, do you care if you live or die?
Right.
He's like, I don't know. Right. And I wrote a story, and then I put that in there as my own shit. And then Trina asked him like, "You got that from Mental Society, didn't you?" I'm like, "No, man, you don't shut up." Yeah, I ain't get that. That's my shit. That's my grade. Yeah, that's how I felt at the time. I ain't know if I wanted to live or die. Damn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We growing up in Pine Ridge. Yeah. A lot of shit going on. A lot of shit going on in the Ridge.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was I think I had that teacher too. In 10th grade for English. I had a 10th grade English. But man, it was we had some it was like I said last time on the podcast, man, it was just so everything was so diverted with all the blacks hung with the blacks over here. But I got some white people that's still my friends to this day.
Oh yeah. I got quite a few. I mean,
my friends to this day.
And I got one of my closest friends. I got
because they never judged, and they never made me feel like, that they had a problem with me being black.
Mm-hmm.
Not even their parents didn't.
Right.
Now I can't say that for everybody, but a lot of their parents didn't. It was cool, but that break white and break green stuff was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a rivalry in itself because you go back to school after the game and talk about the motherfucker you just busted his ass.
Right.
Yours.
After y'all just played each other just yesterday.
Just yesterday, come back. Oh, I bust your ass.
I forgot who it was with. I want to say it was me, Tony Wright. Maybe it was either Anthony or Andre Bowers. This one kid named Becktar, I think his name was Becktar. Grubal. That's what his last name was. Tall white kid, and some other, and some other kid.
I just remember it was me and Travis. We were the shortest. We was probably the tallest kids on the team. That's saying a lot. No. That's saying a lot. We was a team full of guards. All our team was full of guards, so we couldn't rebound. And I'm like, damn, man, that's some bullshit. I was like, man, we need to do these teams over. That team is. You over here with all this motherfucking.
I want to say, I think Rob Martin was on the other team. I don't know if he was with us. I don't know if he was on my team or the other. I can't remember offhand. But and Brad Miller, I think Rob Martin and Brad Miller may have been on the same team on the opposite teams.
Yeah, I think we did have Brad Miller on our team.
And that motherfucker used to be
the seventh and 8th grade year.
Cause we used to, cause that's when I had that was like my first. It was either Brad Miller or Rob Martin was like my actual first like rival person for basketball. I think one time we got into an argument one time on who was the best, who was the best, who was the best. I think Kai got us on the phone to talk about the shit, and I'm like, you think you better than me? You think you better?
I heard you. I heard you say he say she say.
Hell yeah, and that was like my first actual rivalry in basketball that I can remember. That was like organized basketball versus just being out there, in the playing just in the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I used to take basketball like serious, like dead serious. Because I used to be able to.
I think we all did.
When I was in school, I used to want to score all the goddamn time. That's all I wanted to do was score all the time. Because when I was in elementary school and junior high, we would play at Kennedy High, and we would play at Kennedy High School.
Yeah.
Man, and I would block shots, and I would score, and I used to get hype as hell.
Do everything.
Yeah, I used to get hype as hell and shit. I'll be down on one end of the court, putting my hands up like this, and they be running back down the other side. I got hurt and run down there. I have a motherfucker over here getting ready to shoot a three. I'll be over here, and I'll run all the way over there and block the motherfucking shot back in the day. Man, and like I said, but it was either Rob or Brad that was my first rival that I couldn't stand. I used to hold a grudge against one of them two to where I don't even want to talk to you in school no more. I don't got shit to say to your ass in school until after basketball season over. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to acknowledge you. We in class, you can't cheat off me, and I don't want to cheat off of you.
Right.
And you better not cheat off the person I'm cheating off of.
Ain't that a bitch? I can't cheat off the motherfucker you cheat off.
No, I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm holding the grudge. I don't like you.
Right.
I don't like you.
But that's segueing in to, holding grudges. I think I held a grudge with my brother and father because he used to be abusing my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a grudge with him for a long time to where when I got older and I seen him, me and my boys tried to get him.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran into the store. It was a liquor store. We were standing outside the liquor store on Joy Road, across from my project. He came to the liquor store. I said, "Hey, that's that motherfucker." And my boy was like, "Who? Who you talking about?" Because I was hanging with all older guys.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm probably like 17, 18. They like 24, 25.
Yeah.
They let us get him. And he ran by, in the liquor store, they had their door behind the counter open. He ran behind the door and closed the door.
Hell no.
And I was talking to my grandmother one day, and I said, "Granny, I'm gonna get him." But the anguish he put my mother through and us as kids. And my grandmother said, "Don't ever let nobody hold that kind of power over you,
Mm-hmm.
to where you willing to crash out." Basically, she didn't say crash out because nobody using that then.
No.
You ready to lose it, risk everything. Everything. She's like, "Delon, you're in a better situation. He's suffering. You just don't see it because you're not around him.
Right.
But he's suffering." He said, "You got to think, your mother's doing good. She didn't came from that. And then you helping your brothers and sisters, and they got a better life because of that. They don't have to see that no more."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Dang, you know what?" She's like, "You give people that kind of influence over you, she's like, you'll never move forward in your life with nothing."
Did you see him again since then?
Yeah, I did. I seen him again when I was married. He walked in the store on me and her.
Who was her?
My ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
She was in the car. I was in the store, and she said something, just told her to come in and see what was going on. And it was actually, she didn't know who he was. She don't know who he is. And I never discussed him with her. And I gave him a play because he reached his arm out. And I'm like, you know what? When I gave him a play, it was like a ton of bricks labeled because you don't hold no weight over me.
Right.
So, and she came in, and that's we might not be married no more, but that was my girl. She came there like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's straight. We cool. It's all good." And she was like, "Who is that?" And I had explained to her who it was, and she was like, "Oh," she's like, something just told me to come in here."
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't know what you would have did, but I appreciate it."
Right.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
She was like, "I'll get that one of these bottles and shit." I was like, "That's my dog."
Bitch. We hit somebody with that bottle and say, "Bitch."
And he meant that shit. Hey, that bitch mean it hurt.
I put all my money in this.
That motherfucker hurt.
Hell yeah.
That's the only person I ever held a grudge against, because I always live by what my grandma told me.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I held a little small grudge after my divorce or my separation, but I get over that quick. Like,
yeah,
I learned what my grandma said. Like, can't let nobody have that kind of, because guess what? They living their life, and you still holding a grudge.
Yeah, they ain't even thinking about you.
They ain't thinking nothing about your ass.
They ain't thinking nothing about how you doing today.
How you doing? How your day going?
Yeah, they ain't thinking nothing about that shit.
They give two fucks. So,
because I know I had a grudge at.
One more. My bad.
Go ahead.
I had a grudge against my pops.
Mm-hmm.
When people coming up to you telling you that your father taught them how to play basketball and you didn't even know the motherfucker know how to play, I'm holding a grudge off of that. Because, nigga, I didn't know you knew how to play basketball.
Yeah.
So then I take this motherfucker to the court in our project, and the motherfucker really could play. I'm like, damn. This motherfucker, and I hear this man been hanging out, drinking, smoking, doing whatever he do. And only reason I probably beat him because I was more athletic, had more energy.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was hitting. He told me from 15 feet, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That motherfucker told me you better guard me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay. I said but I held a grudge to him for a minute, but my grandma came to mind. And then I had to think about it. His sister and his mama, which is my grandma, they really took care of me. They really looked out for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my auntie used to keep me with some fresh jimmies on.
Mm-hmm.
She always did. So yeah, that's the only grudges that
how long did you have this grudge against your father? How long did that last?
Shit, till I was about 40.
Till you about 40?
So
and the grudge started when?
When I was a kid. When I was probably about 5 or 6. All the broken promises.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the broken promises. So you kind of get over it because there's other people that's supplementing what he's not giving you. Like I said, his mother, which is one of my favorite aunties. You know, I love her to life. My grandmother, his mother, and then my mama's side of the family made up for that. Like my uncle, all my uncles, they made up for all that stuff. And then I would always have big homies that always took to me because they like, man, you're a young dude with an old soul. So they always looked out for me. So I missed it being because it's my father.
So were they able to replace that?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. For the most part, yeah. My uncles, man, them dudes, they some strong dudes. My one uncle is fighting for his life right now. My uncle Biggie. I'm sending up prayers for him.
Mm-hmm.
But my uncle LB, my uncle Lonnie, that's my dog. We grew up. He grew up like my big brother because we're only 9 years apart, and we grew up in the same household. And we stayed together in different fashions of my life. In three different occasions we've lived together.
I mean, what could your father have done that they couldn't have done, or vice versa?
I think my father just showing me what a father is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, being a father to me, that would help me to be. I think I turned out to be a decent stepfather because, my girl, they call me dad. They don't call me stepdad. They call me dad.
Yeah.
And I've been in their life since they was 4 and 5 years old, and they still call me dad. But I learned that by watching how my uncles is with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And even my dad's brothers, they were good fathers.
Yeah.
They were good fathers and stuff like that, But I just think the personal part that me and him could have had, I think that would have went a long way for me. But I think I turned out pretty decent. Respectful.
Right.
People love me, so I don't cross nobody.
I mean, but did you ever, or do you, up until you stopped holding that grudge, did you ever feel like, even though you had all these guys around you that supplemented everything, did you ever still feel lost?
I did. I felt lost because one of my close friends, my boy Pooh, his dad showed me what a dad should be. His dad used to take all the boys in the hood, take us to Bablo back in the day when Bablo was. He would take us all to Bablo,
right?
And how he interacted with his sons. I'm like, dang, man. It kind of made me more envious than anything. Like, damn, I wish my dad would treat me like that.
Yeah.
But when I finally talked to my older sister, and she had a one-on-one conversation with him, and what he told her, then I kind of understood. I started understanding why he was how he was, and stuff like that. So I forgave him. Me and him talk. We don't talk every day, but when we talk, he let it be known, you my son.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I understand that.
Right.
I'm also almost 50 years old too.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I think that, one aspect of, I mean, it go both ways depending on who the parent is.
Right.
you know, but when you were
Had your mother, did your mother ever badmouth your old man?
no, my mother never badmouthed my father.
Mine didn't either.
She always gave him the she always talked highly of him.
My mother, she just said you'll see when you get older.
Yeah,
that's what she always said.
My mother always talked highly of him. You know,
That's
she never talked down on him and nothing like that.
Right.
But you know one thing about even though I know women say I'm the mother and the father.
Yeah, that's not.
No, you're not. You are not.
Mother.
You the mother taking on both roles.
Just,
you know what I'm saying?
Give yourself that credit.
Yeah. You the parent taking on both roles, but you're not the mother and the father.
Right.
Because that would be like me saying, telling people I got 3 girls and I'm both the father and the mother.
Right.
I don't know shit about nurturing like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much I'm gonna love you.
I can't teach you how to change pads and
all that stuff. I can't do all I don't know women intuition.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of things that of a woman. I mean, I know how to tell you how to be a good person.
Yeah, that's it.
I know how to tell you how to take care of your business.
Right.
But I don't know the aspects of being a woman, just like a woman.
The intricacies.
I don't care. I don't even care how many brothers you got.
Right.
I don't care. You can have 50 brothers. I got 50 brothers. I know you don't know how to be a man.
You don't.
You ain't never woke up with a Woody. You ain't never did that. Yeah. You ain't never told another motherfucker, come on now. Shit, I'm sitting over here harder than motherfucker. You gonna do me like that? Right. You don't know that feeling. You don't know. You don't. But you could teach somebody how to be a good person. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could teach somebody how to take care of their business. Yes. But when it comes to the aspects of a man trying to teach a girl how to be a woman, and a woman trying to teach a boy how to be a man, you just can't.
And I think a lot of us, we latched on to guys that was basically in our same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up without fathers and stuff like that. So we would all basically, Papa was like a father figure to us.
Yeah.
Because we all, been around him, seeing how I don't know how he did that, how he did spend time with all the kids he had, but
right.
He that's how but us as me, you, P, Meech, Quick, we learned how to be men, just by trial and error and with each other.
And I don't think that, that's one thing I don't think that a lot of people don't understand, or even guys that grew up in a household with just women, and turned out great. Like, I ain't need that man. I mean, granted, you probably didn't need that man,
but you need some kind of figure.
Yeah, you still need that. Like you said, you still need that figure to point you in the right direction. Now, that's not saying every father is going to be a father, even if they're in the house. I mean, I ain't saying he could be beating your mama ass and like, hey, you better stick it out with him. No, I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is those men that step up to the plate, you know what I'm saying, and do what it is to be done, because if you granted living in a household with both parents can have an advantage, and that advantage is going to be, how do you treat this woman when you pissed at her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
How do you deal with situations in the household?
That's right.
That you gotta fix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you all right, my mama told me I gotta take the trash out all the damn time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so I'm sitting up here hearing her yap at me, and then I talk back. Well, in a household with a man, in the perfect world, in a household with a man,
right.
Hey, now you ain't gonna be talking back to your mama like that.
Yeah,
one, that's my wife, or one, that's you ain't gonna be talking to my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Your mama.
Yeah,
that's my wife, and I protect her at all costs.
Right.
So you keep disrespecting her, I'm gonna be on your ass.
Yeah. So everything you do as a young man that hasn't grew up in a household with a man, like you say, is all trial and error.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, I ain't never been this. I've never experienced this situation before.
Right. And it's crazy because I learned a lot from P and Vicky, you and your first wife, because y'all was married before me. Badu and Alicia, they was married like a year before me. I learned from y'all relationships. Like I took a little bit from each relationship. I got another homeboy. He was married because my uncle who was married. I didn't see him a lot. One of my older uncles, and then my aunt that was married. My one aunt, she was married. She was divorced before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And then my one aunt, her and her husband, I would see them periodically too. Periodically, but to say people that I seen growing up and they was married, I think P was probably my uncle Biggie got married, but he got it in all like within. They weren't even married a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen him get married, but other than that, Pan Biggie the only people that I seen married.
Yeah,
Married like that, and I watched them grow up, do whatever they had, but their love was always there.
right.
He allowed her to be the mama, she allowed him to be the daddy and the head of the household.
Right.
So I'm looking at this like when I'm getting married, I'm like, okay, I take a little bit from him, a little bit from my boy Jay, a little bit from you, a little bit from Badu, and just implement that stuff in my marriage.
Well, if you took a little bit from me, that's probably why you're divorced.
Yeah. I took the wrong part. But for the most part, you and me was good, man.
I mean,
that was good. Things, shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens.
People grow apart.
But like I said, that come from. I mean, I ain't gonna put it all on that, but right. that come from, like I said, that trial and error from before. Trial and error. If you never been in a household and seen the person that looked like you as the leader, well, shit, how do I lead?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do I this? How do I
conflict resolution?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How do I de-escalate this? How do I do that? Because when you're in a house with just a mother or a guardian that may be a woman, a lot of things you're gonna get is gonna be out of frustration.
Yeah.
You're gonna get woke up being yelled at.
Yeah.
And then I tell you this,
motherfucker, I told you take the damn drug out.
Like, why you don't just never let versus this is just my own imagination.
Right.
Versus you got a man in the house, like I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you again.
Get up, take that motherfucking trash out. Don't go sleep with that trash in my house.
And if so,
it's gonna be consequences.
And you're gonna have some added on shit to this too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily gonna yell and chastise you the whole time unless you need your ass whooped. Because I'm gonna let you. This is just what I always thought growing up. As a man, you're gonna get if you got a son, you're gonna get challenged.
Oh yeah.
And that man is gonna let you know you ain't ready for this yet. Right. This ain't what you're ready for just yet. Now that ain't saying that you never will be ready for it.
But right now, you ain't ready for this.
Yeah.
And this ain't what you want.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of times you see so many guys that still stay at home with their mama that's 30, 40 plus years old. I mean, that's not saying that hard times didn't come about and you had to move back in.
Right.
Well, I'm talking about when you just never ever left because your mama pacified you and told you ain't never gotta leave, you ain't never gotta this, you ain't never gotta that.
This is another thing. I've read into guys who their mamas don't want them to leave because they basically treat them boys like that's their husband.
Yeah.
So when they get a wife or a girlfriend, guess who got to be in the middle of that shit? The mama.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you can't let your mama be in the middle of your fucking relationship.
No.
That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying?
That is like who the fuck wearing? I mean, shit. You a man, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, you tell your mama, hey, ma, stay out of my business.
You sleeping with your mama?
Right. Right. I heard a girl tell a dude that. What, you sleeping with your mama now?
Yeah.
He got mad. I said, you got to think, your mama running your household.
Yeah.
From her house.
Yeah.
She's telling you what you should be doing with your wife.
Right.
And you not listening to your wife. You listening now.
Yeah, because only person that come before your wife is God.
That's right.
Your children don't come before your wife.
No.
and your mama don't come before your wife, it's God, your wife, your children, and then that pecking order, your mama, daddy, whomever else. And you know in that order.
Have you ever went to your mother about your relationship with your ex-wife? Like before I went,
yeah,
when y'all had issues or something?
Yeah, I did, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake that I learned that I learned that I don't do now.
Okay.
I don't, whatever issue me and my woman have now.
Right.
That's just us. But when I was younger,
right,
and I would have an issue with my ex-wife,
right,
I was mama, my sister, she, and what that ends up doing is they end up coming up with their own judgment
of her,
of her. Even though we just had an argument today,
but we together,
and now we done had sex had sex the same damn day, right? And everything is forgotten, but they ain't forgot shit.
They ain't forgot it. Yeah, they still that grudge.
Yeah,
you know what my mama told me? She said, "Delon, you got to work on that."
Mm-hmm.
She like, I can't tell you. And she never, I don't, even when I ended up leaving the house with my ex-wife, she didn't say I was wrong or right, but what she did do, she would always ask how she was doing. And I would get mad. I'd be like, Ma, just call her.
Yeah.
Her number ain't changed, call her. If you want to quit asking me how she doing, you know that I'm gone. I'm not there.
Yeah.
So you call her. So for a while, my mama would ask, how she was doing. And then, my ex-wife used to reach out to my cousin and my auntie on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
She was real close with them. And she would reach out to them and talk to them and stuff like that. But my mama didn't want no parts of it. She didn't. She said, she always said she stay out of our situationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even when I got a brother that's married and I got a little sister that's married, even with them, my mother would if I'm not talking to y'all about my marriage, like especially like P and Vicky, I talk to them a lot. I talk to my brother because my brother this is his second marriage, and they just celebrated anniversary, but they've been married, and because he would call me when he was married, and we would chop it up, I can't talk to a guy who ain't never been married because most of the life he gonna be biased. Because in his mind he might be thinking I ain't never getting married.
Yeah.
So he's not going. I can't get no sound advice to a motherfucker who ain't never thinking about getting married.
Right.
I mean, I never thought I would get married either, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I'm glad I went through that because now I know how to be the man that's needed. Because I didn't know I was going trial and error.
Yeah.
Sometimes trial and error it don't work.
No, it trial and error, it don't work, but that's all you had to go off of is a trial because you never experienced it in the house.
In the house.
Now I don't care. I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I don't care how many good role models that you had that was like they had a great this, they had a great that. But the one thing that you wasn't in that house 24/7.
That's right.
You didn't wake up in that house. You ain't just wander around in that house. You was never that nigga just in the house.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't go to sleep in that house.
Right.
So if you came over here every day, I'm not gonna be arguing with my woman. With you here,
yeah, that's right.
All the damn time. You know what I'm saying? You may hear us have a little spat. Right. You're like, oh, she just tripping. Don't worry about her. You know what I'm saying?
But it'd be if she tripping, she probably tripping on something simple. It might be something like, I thought you were gonna wash the dishes. I thought you were gonna get my car washed.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna fill my car with gas. It'd be shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody trying to argue, especially when you got company.
Yeah. And then you're not gonna see those conflict resolutions,
right?
In the, when it's all said and done, you're not gonna necessarily see her making up to him making up to her.
Right. You're not gonna see that.
You're not gonna see girl, just give me a kiss.
Right.
You
shut up and go back upstairs.
Yeah, you not necessarily gonna see that on an everyday basis. So that's where the trial and error come in as, all right, I saw P do this.
Yeah.
So let me see if this is gonna work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a long time ago, I learned a long time ago that 2 + 2 ain't always 4. No. Meaning that how this situation ended up, how the exact same situation from 2 different people,
it's not gonna add up the same.
It's not gonna be the same, and it's not gonna be the same with you and yours either.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So when you don't see this going on a regular basis,
right.
it is, you know, trial and error. You know, I held a grudge against I held a grudge against my sister's father, which growing up, I don't know why, but I just never really cared for him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it was a kid in me that was like, I don't like him.
Yeah. You know what? And sometimes it'd be like, this should be my daddy should be in this position.
Yeah.
In our household. You know, even though it might not have worked with your mama and your stepfather, your sister's father, but you still would rather that have been your dad.
Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, I still don't.
That's just normal.
Yeah, I don't. He done reached out to me on Facebook several times trying to be a friend. No. Decline. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's, you know, you know, I just never really, you know, cared for him as a kid, as an individual. But then even with my when I got, you know, when I separated from my wife,
right?
You know, I held a grudge against her, right, for a good minute.
I did too. I ain't gonna lie, I did too,
because of how it happened. Mm-hmm. You know, I came home from work working hard all goddamn day. Everybody on whoever listened to the podcast before know it. I even did a stand up. I even did a little open mic stand up on the shit.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I come home from work after working all damn day long, trying to make some changes, thinking I'm doing the right thing. I come home and the whole motherfucking house gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the whole motherfucking house gone, the whole living room gone, the whole kitchen gone.
I'd held a grudge too.
And you know, the only thing that was left there was a TV stand, a lazy boy chair, and my dog.
I was about to say the dog.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was still there. And for the longest time, I held a grudge.
The dog probably didn't want to go. Like, no, nigga.
Yeah, he probably he probably did want to go. Shit, she just didn't have enough room for his ass. Moved into a townhome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I held a grudge. Right. For a long time.
I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
But it took too much energy for me to keep this grudge going on. It took like every day I gotta remember why I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
Every day I gotta.
When I wake up, I'll be like, I'm mad at this bitch.
Yeah. Shit. Every time somebody mentions it, I gotta say why. I gotta be like, don't bring that bitch up in my. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I had to get over that grudge.
Right, because y'all got kids, and you don't want your daughters to be like, you know, dang, dad, shit.
Yeah.
Mama ain't thinking about you.
Right.
What you think about that for?
You know what I'm saying? But
let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something.
Go ahead.
So when you finally moved on and you started dating, how did that happen? Like, how did you know? Like, damn, I'm ready to start dating. I want somebody serious.
Well, I didn't want nobody serious.
Okay.
At the time, I didn't want nobody. Only thing
we talked about that.
Like, only thing I wanted to do was just have a shitload of sex. That I didn't want no feelings involved. I didn't want nothing. Right. All I ever did was buy condoms every week. I got paid. I went to the store, bought me a new pair of condoms. I had the condoms in the house. I had condoms in my armrest of my car. I had a fifth of liquor in my trunk at all times.
You were just ready.
Yeah, I was. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't. I really wasn't looking to be in a serious relationship. As a matter of fact, I didn't even think I'd be in one today because I felt like all women had the same traits. Is what I felt. I feel like all women had the same traits.
I think that I be thinking. You know what, Mo? I was thinking the same thing, but when I I was talking to somebody. No, I was talking to a female friend of mine that being real cool, and she was like, "You keep the line. You cannot put everything on all females when it's just one." She's like, "You got to look at the good in people. Let people show you who they are."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Yeah, you're right." But go ahead, Mo.
No, man, like I said, shit, man. That was just.
So, how did you know that this is the one?
You know, it's crazy that you say, "How did I know this was the one?" It was just a. It was just a feeling on the inside.
Y'all grew on each other.
It's just something that, I mean, we did grow on each other, but it was just something in me that said, "Don't fuck this one up."
Right.
It was just it was just something in me from the day that I had met her.
Right.
Was like, "Don't fuck this one up. You prone to fuck ups, but don't fuck this one up.
This is the one."
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now, no matter how much I tried to fight it, I couldn't fight it because, you know, I had quite a few female friends.
I know you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't my brother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when I ran across her, it was just like, you know what?
Look here, you ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
we do it together.
Right,
we do nothing together.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's.
You just knew that this is
yeah. Something in me. Some just told me that, you know, this is the one. You know, whoever you talking to, whoever you dealing with, you need to leave these motherfuckers alone.
Right.
And concentrate
on this
one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much damn near what I did. I slowly but surely start cutting all type of people off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you couldn't be, well, at the time I didn't even want to be your friend. If you was a female, I didn't even want to be your friend.
You know what? I think sometimes you have to cut everybody off, especially like I might trust me, but I might not trust me around another female.
Yeah.
Because ain't no telling what her intentions are. She might want me, and I might be like, no, this is what I mean. I'm right here.
Yeah.
But things happen. Like sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Temptations is a motherfucker.
Man, Temptation ain't just a singing group.
Nah, hell no. Temptation.
Papa was Rolling Stone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Temptation is something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying. And then, you know, I was just like, this is what I want to focus my energy on. One, it was cheaper when it came to dating because when you dealing with multiple women, that means you got to go on multiple dates, possibly multiple dates in 1 week. And that's extra money that you got to go out here and spend. You got to spend extra money on shit.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, well, I'm saving more money. Just
it ain't just you. You know, she's also probably paying for dates, stuff like that. And that's my thing. Like, I heard a guy say one time. He was like, women, when y'all going on dates, if y'all know y'all not gonna be with the man, pay for half the date.
Mm-hmm.
Pay for half the date. If you know, look, this ain't the guy I'm trying to. I said some women be going on a date because they be like, shit, I'm hungry today.
Yeah.
This nigga been trying to get with me. Let me tell him to take me out somewhere. And they go out here. I had a girl order so much fucking food, man. I was looking like, what the fuck are you doing? Who you trying to feed kids in Somalia?
Right.
Oh, I need lunch for tomorrow. I ain't got shit to do with me.
I'm talking about now.
I'm talking about right now. Yeah. You order so much food, bro. And she probably was a good ass person. She had a good conversation. And I probably didn't call her back just because of that.
Right.
You order all that fucking food.
Yeah.
Like you've been fucking greedy.
Yeah, I mean
on a date. We on a date.
Granted, you know what I'm saying, you may not necessarily know what my income is.
Right.
but you know goddamn well, I ain't got no house with 10 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms in this motherfucker. You know damn well when I pulled up in this motherfucker,
right?
Regardless if it was a Lincoln,
right?
Regardless if it was a Chevy,
or Escort,
whatever it was, you know damn well, mm-hmm. And I'm talking to you,
right.
Because if I was anybody the Four Seasons, I wouldn't be talking to you
at all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of times, you know, that's what had got me off of wanting to even deal with women like in a relationship wise.
Right.
After my separation was because I just felt like you're always out for something. Like it was one girl. I mean, one time it was one girl.
Me too. I ain't trust nobody.
She asked me. I mean, this one girl one time asked me, told me, well, you know, I want you to take me out on a date, or I want you. It was something she wanted me to do.
Right.
So I cut into it like, well, I want some pussy. How you gonna ask me like that? Well, you asking me, or what? You telling me what you want. Why can't I tell you what I want?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got to go home is to tell me you want me to take you on a trip,
and then tell you where you want to go.
Yeah. Why I can't ask for no ass?
Yeah.
But I'm wrong for asking for ass, but you ain't wrong for asking for what you asking for.
Chick told me, I said, let's get together and let's go just have a drink, maybe eat a little something. She said, that sound cool. I said, all right, well, we'll go to Fridays, order some appetizers, get some Fridays. You don't take a bitch like me to Fridays? I said, well, where they taking bitches like you at? Where they taking you to? Because I don't know. Where they taking you to? So she like, I'm going to J. Alexander. I said, you going to J. Alexander by your goddamn self. Yeah. I'm not taking you to J. Alexander.
No, we ain't got there.
I might ain't like you.
Yeah,
we
ain't got there yet.
So I try to take you on the cheapest date I can, because I don't know you and I don't know if I'm gonna like you.
But then if you flip it, if you flip it, all right, I can't take a bitch like you to Applebee's, and a bitch like you gotta go to J. Alexander. Well, a bitch like you can't hang around me if you ain't give me no pussy. That's all you want, some pussy. That's all you want, some J. Alexander.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
hey, you aim for the sky?
Yeah,
I'm aiming for the sky.
Yeah, I'm aiming for the stars. I'm aiming for the moon. Huh?
Hey, all you say is no.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can say is no.
It ain't gonna hurt my feelings that you said no.
Right.
It shouldn't hurt your feelings, but it's hurting your feelings when I say no, not to take you to J. Alexander.
Yeah.
It's hurting your feelings. Now you tell me some, what you ain't got it? Don't worry what the fuck I got. I can go to J. Alexander. You asked me to take you.
Yeah.
I ain't asked you to take me.
That's like me asking was somebody pour some concrete in your pussy? Ain't the hole ain't there no more? Oh shit. You asking me you asking me why I can't ask you this same goddamn. I mean, let's get to. I mean, let's get an understanding of this shit.
Yeah.
You asking me to take you on a date because you hungry.
Right.
I'm asking to take you on a date because I'm horny. You hungry? I'm horny.
It's the same H. It's the same H. It's different.
And they rhyme. Right. You hungry? I'm horny.
Yeah.
You know, but
you know what, man? I'm glad you done found new love.
Yeah,
bro. Because you know, as your brother, I know what type of man you are. What you bring to the table for a woman, and you know, us guys that I know. I'm not saying I don't want to date you motherfuckers or nothing like that. Y'all my brothers, and we all deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
Because I know we can make people happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
and it take work.
Yeah.
The shit takes work. And what I think a lot of women get misconstrued is, I can change this man. No, you can't change this man.
Let me tell you,
if you worth it, the man will change for you.
But you,
he gonna change for you if you're worth it.
Cause you ain't got no magic wand, bitch.
Nah. It's the reason why ain't nobody made no change for you.
Right.
You know, either you ain't found the right one that's willing to make a change for you, or you on some other shit and don't nobody want to make that change for you.
That's true.
But for a man is gonna make a change for that woman that he that he sees a future with. That's you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's not gonna be of any effort.
Right.
If I'm trying to change for you and I don't give two fucks about you, I mean I gotta put effort into this change.
Yeah.
But if I care for you the way that I say I care for you, if I love you the way I say I love you,
the change gonna become natural.
Yeah, maybe hard.
Yeah, it might be hard because I've been single out here doing my thing on my own, and just winging this shit.
Yeah,
to where to get me from here to here is gonna be hard. Cause you're gonna have to meet me down there most of the way.
Right.
And then I will come. But when you got me, you got me.
Yeah.
You got a solid motherfucker who gonna hold you down.
Right.
As long as you holding me down, as long as I don't gotta sing, I don't gotta feel like I gotta do everything to make this relationship work. If I gotta do everything to make this work, I might as well be by myself.
Yeah.
But if we both put in the same effort and everything, then hey, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I you know,
cause I ain't you know that birthday surprise. Man, I was like, cause the crazy part was
when she reached out to me, she reached out to me on Facebook. I'm like, I didn't know she knew who I was. For real, I really didn't. I said, but Mama or Angel probably told her.
No, she went through my phone.
Oh, she went to your phone.
Yeah, she went through my phone. So like I told you, when I say I got rid of everybody,
right?
It was everybody I had got rid of, so it wasn't no text messages in there that shouldn't have been in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it may have been some female names in there.
Yeah, right.
But those females are like I say, like say co-workers,
right?
Like actual friends, but it wasn't no text messages in there saying, "Hey, when we gonna fuck?"
Oh, we had fun last
night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't you know what I'm saying? It was none of that. So because she know my
your circle, your code.
Yeah, she know my PIN number to the phone. I ain't got to hide shit. She know my PIN number. Yeah, you know the PIN number, and she would go. You know, she said
I want to get to. I want to get to that point where I could be like, hey, I lock my phone because these motherfuckers at work. If they see your phone sitting down there, they fuck around and go in your shit.
Yeah, I had that shit happen. That's why I started locking my phone.
So I lock my phone because there's one chick I was dating. I used to have my phone locked and on vibrate. And she said, why? I said, because where I'm working at is kind of loud. So if they call me, I ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah.
These will vibrate, I might hear it. And I put a lock on my phone because these motherfuckers is nosy. So you see your phones in there, go in there looking at motherfucker. I don't want to go through that.
No.
So that's why. So if you need my PIN, go ahead. Have it. I don't have to have your PIN because I'm not looking at your phone. I'm not an investigator.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know that was, like you said, that was the only reason why I used to not even have a PIN on my phone, but it was a friend of mine I used to work with. His girlfriend, I think it was his girlfriend at the time, that we all worked together. And she was trying to catch him up on some shit. And I used to we couldn't have our phone on the job with us, so I would put my phone up somewhere. And she knew where I put my phone up at.
Right.
So she went through my phone trying to find shit on him.
Right.
You know, so I just started locking. Started locking my phone up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. All you gotta do is ask me. I ain't got shit to hide.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to live it. If I gotta live that life where I gotta lock my phone up, I don't need that life.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But that even goes back to, you know, what we were saying earlier, as far as having, you know, that father,
right,
you know, in the house on how to deal with
resolution with your woman.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Conflict resolutions with your, with your woman. And we had a lot of different I'm not gonna say a lot of difference, but that's where the what's the word I'm looking for? That's where the trial and error comes in at. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna lock my phone. She lock her phone. I want my privacy. She want her privacy. I want nah. I ain't got shit to hide. You ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
I need to use your phone. I need to use your phone. You need to use my phone. You just need to use my phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you never had that, you know, granted, our parents wouldn't have had that experience with cell phones.
Exactly. No.
But there was experience of trust.
Maybe it was a note or something.
You know what I'm saying? But it was you know, when you get to see trust for what trust is in the household, then you understand how to trust.
Trust it, You
know what I'm saying?
And that's true. That's true.
Cause you know, cause my father.
So could you see yourself get married again?
Yeah, I never said I could never not get married again because if I say I can never get married again, that would be me saying that you're just like my ex-wife.
Yep, and that I'm holding a grudge against getting married because of my last relationship.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's that grudge that you hold.
Yeah, that's a grudge. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like now, can I see myself? I can see myself getting married now.
Me too.
Yeah.
I could. When I first, it's crazy because, like I told you, one of my little brothers, he's married. He got married. His first time getting married, it lasted like 2 years. So he got divorced. So he called me. He said, "Bro, if I ever tell you about that I'm getting married again," he's like, "Whoop my ass." I said, "Man," I said, "You cannot deprive somebody else from getting married because you had a bad experience."
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, fuck that, bro. I ain't never get married again." 9 months later, this motherfucker come. He called me. He said, "Hey, man, I'm about to bring my friend out here to meet you and your wife." I was married at the time, so he brought him down. I was like, I bet the first one too. The first one, she wasn't people friendly.
Yeah,
like she wouldn't let him be him. So he come down. He like, I'm like, "Bro, you want something to drink?" He like, "Yeah, I'm drinking with my brother. I don't see my brother every day, my big brother." I said, "All right." She said, "No, you don't drink." He said, "The hell I don't. I do." He said, "I do." So I told my mama, I told my mom one day, I said, "I don't know if she the one, ma." And I ended up going to his wedding anyway. It was cool. So this time when he told me, "Bro, go on Facebook. I'm about to go live." You about to go live? What the fuck you about to do? He goes to her. She's a teacher at a school. So he goes to the teacher. They got an assembly. He got the kids holding up, "Will you marry me?" while he come in.
Right.
I said, "Nigga, you just so romantic." So he proposed to her and they got married and they doing good. And I'm like, "Bro, you was going to miss out on a blessing because you had a lesson." Call that a lesson.
Yeah.
This is a blessing. What came from that lesson? This blessing right here. So when I told him, "Yeah, I ain't never getting married again," he was like, "Bro," he gave me the same speech I gave him. He told you to remember that.
Right.
But he was right though. I mean, he was right. I know the type of man I am and the type of man I can be. So why would I deprive somebody else for having that kind of?
So let me ask you this: have you ever held a grudge against somebody, and that somebody passed away before you got over that grudge?
Nope. I wouldn't. Even my old dude, he's still here, but he's 69.
Yeah.
He over that hill. It probably would hurt me to be holding a grudge against him if he passed away.
Right.
So it probably would hurt me. But I know God knows my heart. He knows I don't mean no harm, but I feel a certain way. But me and him that made amends.
Yeah.
We done made amends, so I feel good about that.
So he passed away today.
He passed away there. We good.
We good. I mean, and that's great to hear because
did you make amends with your pops?
Yeah, I'm about to get on this soapbox for a minute. So you may have to excuse me for getting on the soapbox.
No, go ahead, brother.
Because just Saturday morning, my father passed away.
Right.
And
R.I.P.
We didn't have the best son and father relationship.
Right.
Because I was the other child. I was the love child, whatever child you want to call it, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it really didn't catch up to me till I got much older. When I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? It was like, daddy, you know what I'm saying? But when I got older, and like for example, I never stepped in my father's house till I turned 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I was 16 when I finally stepped in his house for the very first time. I never spent the night over his house.
Wow.
Never went to no family functions, no family reunions, no cookouts, no any of that. You know. And when I got married the first time, the whole process of getting married, I was going to my father's house, and I was, I'm getting married. We doing this. I'm trying to spend time with him.
Man, I was so drunk.
Shit like that.
I was so drunk. I can't even remember your first marriage. I remember being there, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, and
I think we got messed up.
Yeah, it was open bar. It was open bar. All the liquor was free. Yeah, it was open. It was open bar, and I remember it was a carnival, and people was coming in, and we like, you want some drink, and getting everybody some drink and shit like that. And well, before I got married, I remember I was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom. I was calling him. He wasn't answering the phone. Then he finally answered the phone, and I like, Pop, are you coming to the wedding? And he said no. And that shit, that shit kind of
that probably I would have hold the girls too.
You know what I'm saying? That shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? That shit kind of, rocked me and shit like that. Yeah. And one
especially
thing,
when you reaching out,
yeah,
on a special day in my life, if I'm reaching out to you, and my so my auntie, my auntie Gay, she, man, like a mother figure to me. She told me, she said, "Do you want your daddy to be there?" I said, "Tay wanted to be there, but I don't care. He can be." She said, "The line, for the life of me," she said, "I'm gonna get him there, and I'm gonna buy him a suit." And she did. She bought him a suit. I was like, "Damn."
Oh, okay. All right.
He came. He was happy too.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, Mo. If I need this nigga to teach me how to ballroom, because you know how to dance. The motherfucker ballroom the whole fucking night, the whole day. He ballroom the whole day. This is one thing that I hate. It's two things that I hate that didn't happen. That I wasn't involved in your wedding, you being my brother, and that you wasn't involved in my wedding.
I think I came to the bachelor party.
Yeah, you came to the bachelor party.
Yeah,
but I would have wanted you to be in my wedding. I would have wanted all the rebels. So only two rebels, which was Battle and P, was in the wedding. But I would wanted you and Quick to be in there if nobody else.
Right.
And I vowed this time, if I get married, y'all, all the rebels will be in my wedding.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
all
up.
The rebels and my three brothers.
Right.
Because only one of my brothers was able to make it. The other two couldn't make it. And they will be in my wedding.
But to even go back to, when I asked him to come to my wedding, what I'm saying, I had ducked off in the bathroom call, and he said no. And
that had to be hurtful.
Yeah, so even that day, I mean, I probably told probably one other person the story. Like that day.
You got some ice, bro?
That
got some ice in there?
That ain't open.
He said,
yeah, go ahead and get you. Yeah, go ahead and get you.
Yeah, drink it hot.
Yeah, drink it hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
I wouldn't say all that now. You can drop it. I ain't dropping shit.
I'm talking about Jack Daniels.
Yeah, and so I don't think I told nobody else, but I probably told one other person. That day at the wedding, I literally I literally cried that day. So I had to drink even that much more,
right,
to get myself together for for everyone. And I held a grudge for that shit for years. For years, I held a grudge on that shit.
You know what? I don't blame you. Because if I'm giving you an invite and we already not close, and then I'm calling to see if you're going to come, and you tell me no.
Yeah,
I can't. I can't be mad at you for holding a grudge for that.
But then I had to, But then some years later, I had to come to an understanding that, in order for me to have a relationship with this man, I gotta have it in such a way. I gotta have it in such a way because he may not have said no because he didn't want to come,
right?
But he may have said no
because the circumstances.
Because of circumstances,
he couldn't make it.
For for whatever reason. So after that, I got past it. I was heated for some years. Afterwards.
I bet.
And so I was like, well, I can't necessarily hate this man forever because I was like to remember when I wanted the bike, he would go out and buy me a bike. When I wanted when I needed school clothes, he would come by, give me the money for my school clothes. When I needed some new gym shoes, he would come by, give me the money, or take me to go get some new gym shoes. Whatever I needed, he always provided. But that one time that
that was your one special moment.
Yeah,
as an adult. So I see why you would be mad, but like you said, it might be circumstances where he couldn't have made it.
Right. And but then I had to understand, what I'm saying? Because I used to want to see. My father was he was real country. My father was real country. I mean, from his accent to the way he talked to everything. Like, what I'm saying? He get pulled over by the police. The way he described it, would be country as hell. He would say, "I was the way I was driving, the road was on fire. I rolled past my man. He was sitting in the hole. He popped out the hole and got me." You know what I'm saying? And you gotta sit up here and try to dissect everything he's saying. Like the road was on fire. Now, what you mean by that?
Right.
Oh shit. He was flying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was flying. It's in the hole.
In the hole, goddamn.
Oh, he was dipped off some goddamn way.
Yeah.
And I didn't see him dipped off, and I shot by him.
Right.
And he came out on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he would always have these little animated techniques and shit that he would say. He'd be like, and then I'll be flying, I'll pew, and I'll be gone. Like pew, and he'll do the whole
day.
Boom.
Right.
I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Or I've been working all damn day. I told him one time, man, I'm thinking about selling dope. I'm tired of this hard working shit. Like, now you done made this goddamn far. Now ain't no need to turn back now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I guess you're right and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
so he wasn't. He didn't give out bad.
No, he wasn't a bad. He wasn't a bad. He wasn't a bad.
Mine either. He's not a bad guy to this day.
But it was things that I always wanted from him that I couldn't get from him. Like, I always wanted to go fishing.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to go fishing with him. Always wanted to go hunting.
Right.
Never got a chance to go hunting with him.
That's true.
I remember one time I went and got my fishing license and my hunting license. Like, let me know when we're going and I want to go. And I never got that. I never got that invite. You know what I'm saying? And I would hold it. I would hold it real that way.
And that's the same thing with me. The broken promises.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's the broken promises. I think it's more the broken promises than anything.
Yeah.
Because what I expected from you, as a father, you didn't give me.
Right.
It wasn't like I was asking for much.
And the thing I would do all the time, like if I got a new car, I'm going over to his house. I got a new car. I got a dog. I'm going over his house. I got a dog. I got a new house. Come over.
Sound like as you got up there in age, you just want him to be proud of you.
Yeah, that's
to acknowledge you.
I wanted him to be proud of me, and I wanted him to be proud of me, and I never wanted to let him down.
Right.
I never wanted to let him down. I always wanted to be proud of me, and I always that's probably part of the reason why I never got in as much trouble as I could have got into.
Right.
Well, for one, back in the day, my father used to have this Caprice Classic. It used to be a navy blue Caprice Classic, and he would come through Pine Ridge, and everybody in Pine Ridge was scattered because they thought he was the police. They thought he was the police in that navy blue Caprice Classic, Chevy Caprice Classic, because he had two of them. He had a car and he had a station wagon.
Okay.
And since my father liked to go hunting all the time, when he had a station wagon, he had a dog pen in the back of the station wagon. So he had dogs in the station wagon, and
so they thought it was the paddy wagon coming.
Well, no, they didn't see the station wagon. They didn't see the back of it. They just saw the front end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when he drove that, I knew there was guns in the car. I knew there was at least a shotgun and a handgun in the car at all times. Because he's going hunting. And I went hunting with him one time, but I was a kid, and I was a kid in Pine Ridge. He got on hunting clothes, real warm, got a coat on.
Right.
He was doing rabbit hunting, got a coat on, and inside the coat is like a long goddamn pocket that go from the back all the way to the front to put the rabbits in.
Mm.
And so he hunting, he got his dogs out there, and I see you see the rabbit jump out, and I see the dogs behind him. At the time, I didn't know how he was gonna shoot this rabbit without hitting the dogs.
Right.
And he led, they call it leading. He led the rabbit, hit the rabbit flips, dogs get up on it, he go to the rabbit, he rings out the rabbit like a towel. Then he flings the motherfucker. Then all the insides come out.
Damn.
All the insides come out.
He broke the neck.
Yeah, he done wrung it like a towel.
Right.
Like took the whole body, wrung it like a towel, and then he flung it. All the insides come out. Dogs eat the inside, all the guts and shit like that. Only one time they allowed to do it, and now it's on and popping. Now they just constantly chase. But I'm sitting up in here with some regular old boots on, a motherfucking gray and white hooded coat, and probably some warm pants on. But we out here in the elements. This shit ain't protecting shit. Hell yeah, my feet inside my shoes like this. They going from here to like this and shit like that. And I always wanted to hunt. Always wanted to fish, and never got a chance to fish with them.
Right.
But at the same time, I had to realize that I got to come up with my own relationship with this man, which meant I'm gonna call you, see how you doing, see what's going on.
Drop by
from time to time. I'm gonna come over, see how you doing.
That's what I do.
Never stay long.
My old dude stay in my grandma's old house that she bought before she passed. So I go over there, and they want me to take over the house. But if I take over the house, he has to be able to stay there. And I'm on the fence. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to, because I know he still got his addiction. So I don't want to fall out with him. Even though I don't think he would do nothing, but you never know when a person is going through their addiction.
Yeah.
What they will do.
Right.
So I'm not sure if I want to do that. It would help me. It would help the family because we want to keep the house in the family because, my grandma, before she passed, she always said she wanted to buy a house and she bought a house. And she fixed it up. And it's been, everybody has lived there. I've never lived there, but, my auntie go over there. You stay there, just pay the taxes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, taxes only come out once a year, twice a year.
Twice a year,
I could do that. She did taxes probably $1,000 combined.
In the city?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably
I say
probably like six, probably like probably like $600 to $700 for the winter,
right?
And $300 for the summer, or vice versa.
Right.
Is how it may go. But
so auntie, you should do that. It'll help you out. You could stack your money up, and
But the question is what issues is in the home? There's always an issue in the house. There's always an issue in the house.
That's the thing. I gotta get a person over there to. There's some mold in the basement.
Yeah.
It's some mold in the basement, but I got a homeboy who do, and there's a leak on the roof, and I got a homeboy that do roofs. So he like, man, if I go over there and do the roof, I ain't gonna charge you nothing like that. I say, yeah, but it's the it's the mold in the basement that I'm more concerned about because that's health wise.
Right. You know,
so and I don't know. I'm still harboring over it and trying to see. I think I'm gonna get my uncle Lonnie to go over there because he an inspector.
You know, but let me get up this soapbox real quick. So, like I told you, Saturday, my I found out my father passed away.
Right.
You know, but I'm not mad that I never got a chance to say, you know, how I really feel.
Right.
Because because since I never held that grudge, you know what I'm saying, I'm okay with the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Peace.
Because now had I always been mad at him,
right, then
it would have been like, well, damn, I never got a chance. I never got a chance. I never got a chance.
But it wasn't like you wasn't reaching out to him.
And that's the thing about holding grudges. Period. Is that you never know when that day gonna come. Because somebody told me a long time ago. You know, well, he told me a long time ago. Time don't stop for nobody. And it don't last forever either.
It sure don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's still going to go. Life's still going to go on.
That's one thing you can't get back is time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it don't last forever.
And it don't go backwards.
And it don't stop for nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when he passed away, I mean, I feel some type of way, but that some type of way wasn't
a grudge.
It wasn't a grudge that said, damn, I wish I would have been able. Damn, I wish I would have been able to.
Yeah, it was not a grudge.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no it wasn't no I wish I would have. I wish I would have. I wish I would have.
Because damn, my pops ain't here no more.
Because sometimes you got to be able I never understood it a long time ago when people say you got to be able to forgive for yourself.
For yourself, yeah.
And not necessarily the other person, but you got to be able to forgive for yourself because it take a lot of energy to keep this shit going.
That's what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It take a lot to keep that stuff going. And like you said earlier too, you holding a grudge, these motherfuckers don't give a shit.
No. They ain't thinking twice about you.
They know how to forget or whatever. So, and like I said, my grandma said, why let somebody hold that type of real estate in your brain?
Yeah. Why let somebody beat you up without touching you?
This
motherfucker done whooped your ass. They ain't touched you not one time.
Not one time. And you sitting in this motherfucker, Nana about to cry.
Yeah.
Because of the shit you going through. But yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot dealing with grudges. That's why I said I've held grudges. Everybody has held some type of a grudge. But it's how long you live with that grudge. Don't live with it. That grudge ain't got to be you.
No, it don't got to be you. It shouldn't be you.
It shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Because a grudge can kill you.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna have high blood pressure.
That's
you're gonna have hypertension. You might fuck around and have a heart attack.
Hell yeah.
All type of shit. You may even fuck around and get hooked on something.
Yeah, for a grudge.
Yeah, over a grudge. Because you got it takes so much energy for you to keep this grudge going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I saw last night or a few nights ago, Charles Barkley talked about the grudge he held throughout college and the professionals up until he spit on somebody. I forgot what the grudge was that he was holding. I forgot what it was, but he held this grudge through college and he held it to the NBA. Then that grudge led him into spitting on somebody.
But that
got him suspended.
Right. But that's like the grudge that Michael Jordan is holding against Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Like you holding a grudge against a man because they played a different brand of basketball and
he ain't shake your hand.
He ain't shake your hand. But my thing is, I see, and Oakley be talking about it. Oakley be talking about Isaiah, but you wasn't even on that fucking team.
Nah. But that's Michael Jordan's best friend.
Yeah. And then when you got to New York, that's how y'all played.
Yeah. But then you gotta understand, Michael Jordan holds grudges.
Yeah.
He holds a grudge against Charles Barkley for doing his job. him and Charles Barkley used to be the best of friends until Charles Barkley said something about him.
Yeah.
And he's holding a grudge against Charles Barkley for doing his job.
Right. He's analyst.
You know, Charles Barkley never held a grudge against him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say the same about Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is tit for tat along with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is, Mama, you hate me, fuck, I hate you too.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, I used to think that way.
I don't think that way, but I'm just saying I can see why Isaiah Thomas doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like just because you got a grudge against me, I don't have to have a grudge against you.
Right.
You know, I feel like it make me a better man by letting you just hold your grudge. Motherfucker, what the fuck?
You know,
it's not stopping my way of living. It's not stopping my money. It's not stopping me from going to work every day.
Right.
It's not stopping the people that love me from loving me.
Right.
And if they don't love me, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I'm more worried about how I feel about myself than how another motherfucker feel about me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as I'm comfortable inside my skin.
Inside my skin.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all right.
As long as the people that I'm around that matter to me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody else think. My mama love me. She always love me.
Right.
And my brothers, my sisters, my other extended brothers and sisters, they gonna always love me because the type of person that I am. Now, if you don't fuck with me, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't care about that. That shit.
You know what I'm saying? But grudges, man, a grudge can kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
A grudge can kill you. Even if I don't fuck with you,
right?
But you still, but you say hi.
Yeah.
Hi. How you doing?
I ain't gotta. We just because we can agree or disagree. I can say hi and keep it moving.
Yeah.
That don't mean I got a grudge against you. I'm holding a grudge against you because I say hi. Maybe I ain't got nothing else to say.
I mean, I ain't fuck with you like that, but I'm not holding a grudge.
I might not have no conversation.
Yeah, but I don't have a grudge
against you just because I give you a hi.
Yeah,
that's the case. I got a grudge against everybody because I say hi to a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gotta sit down and hold no conversation. We ain't even gotta be best friends. We ain't even gotta be close friends. We ain't even gotta be friends.
Thank you. I got enough close friends. I got enough people that love me. Yeah, where I'm not gonna miss you. Not fucking with me,
right? You know, but I'm not holding. But I'm not holding a grudge against you.
I'm not holding.
If you talk to me, then I will talk to you.
Back.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
I ain't know. I mean, I could be an asshole, but I ain't no asshole for real. I can still talk. I still talk to you. It might be short.
Yeah,
but I'm short.
I.e. stripping the basket. Right. But you know, I mean, you so many people hold grudges against people, man, and like we said earlier, man, and that person you holding a grudge against ain't thought twice about you, don't care, don't give two, as they say, don't give two fucks. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not even 3 fucks. Not half a fuck.
No, they don't give a damn.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it just, you know, in time, you got to learn how to let shit go.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah, you got to learn how to let shit go. You got to learn how to forgive people, not for them, but for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to
for yourself, man.
You got to be able to actually be an adult in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? A lot of people don't know how to be adults because they wasn't raised by adults.
Yeah.
A lot of people be raised by their friends.
Right.
Which, in some cases, like in our case, it wasn't bad. We were raised by each other. We kind of like came up with each other, showing each other how to be men and solid people, solid citizens and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a lot of people that don't have that strong structure. Like I love my circle. My circle of friends and family. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, with everybody doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Like I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I'm proud of the guys that I grew up with, the guys and girls I grew up with, because they doing their thing. They great fathers, great husbands, great people. You know, they employed, they just great citizens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm proud to say that these are my people.
Right.
So I don't, I like, we done been through a lot. You done been through a lot in your life. I done been through a lot in my life.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would change is the depths that I've seen coming up in my life. Other than that, I wouldn't change nothing. The path that I got to meet y'all guys from Detroit, going from Detroit to Taylor,
mm-hmm.
and then back to Detroit, but then staying solid in my roots with y'all.
Yeah.
Because it would have been easy for me to, okay, I met these guys in Taylor and just never spoke to y'all guys again.
Right.
But y'all had so much of a lasting impression on me, so I'm like, shit, these my brothers for life.
Yeah.
Let me stay connected to these guys.
You know, and I mean, even with that being said, man, I know a lot of people say you can't choose your family. You can't choose your family. You can choose your friend, but you can't choose your family. Mm-hmm. I beg to differ with that, because you can't choose the friends that you had that's going to be around as long as they're going to be around. Granted, I met you.
Right.
But I didn't choose to know you this goddamn long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing in itself.
For real. 30 plus years.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing in itself. We hoop and then we get done playing basketball. I won't go my way.
I go my way, you go your way. Yeah.
It ain't know it's gonna be this long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't choose, you don't choose that necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't the part that you choose. You didn't choose to say, all right, motherfucker, we're gonna be friends for 30 plus years, right?
Right.
Like, nah.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, accept it and move on.
Don't hold no grudge, motherfucker. Don't hold no grudge.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think all of it is a blessing in disguise.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a blessing in disguise that your father ended up coming to your wedding and y'all ended up you know, getting over getting over that bridge, crossing that bridge. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a blessing in disguise that, you know, I ended up having a relationship with my father that I had.
Right.
That now that since he just passed away, that I don't have no grudge. I don't have no grudge, and I don't have no I wish I would have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing, you know, in itself. I mean, everything that you do a lot of times ends up being a blessing in disguise. Don't nothing just come to you and say, I'm a blessing.
I'm blessed. Right.
No, that shit happens over time, and then you finally sit back and you think about the shit like, damn.
When I think about it, I'll be like, man, what the fuck? I've been on these crazy motherfuckers for over 30 years. And we got our own group chat where we talk about each other like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And don't nobody hold no grudge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing that none of us ever fell out. And you know what's crazy? We all could come and visit each other one-on-one.
Yeah.
Without the whole crew having to be together.
Right.
All of us got different relationships with each other.
Yeah.
To where we kick it, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Like, shit.
Quick. Like I talk to Meech, you know, once or twice a week. And I'm like, shit, I probably talk to Meech like once a week. I talk to Pete probably twice a week. I probably talk to you like once a week or once every couple of weeks. But we all talk every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On the group chat.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps us solid too.
Right. You know.
I talk to Badu once a week.
Like the other day when Johnny got online They talking about something. This is a good ass softball game.
Yeah,
that motherfucking softball game.
You know,
Texas Tech, TT. No, we ain't talking about the MLB. We ain't talking about the NBA, the NFL.
Let me tell you,
shit. We ain't even talking about the WNBA.
I wasn't even watching this shit. I was watching Power. I mean, not Power, BMF. Yeah. I missed the episode, the first episode. So I watched BMF and he come on talk about softball. Like, we never talked about softball. Keep that to yourself, brother. Or put that in another group chat.
Yeah, put that shit in another group chat.
You ain't heard us say, "Oh man, you see girl from Texas Tech? Boy, she cold. She cold. She going places."
And that motherfucker, Johnny told me, "Enjoy your night."
That's that.
And quick was like, yeah, you know, he pissed at you. Right. He pissed at you. He's having somebody say, enjoy your night.
That means this conversation is over with. This conversation is over with, buddy.
Hell yeah.
But you know what? It's conversations like that when I see stuff like that and we all laughing about it.
Yeah.
And P got on there like, man, all I heard was he like, I'm lost. I ain't getting this because shit, he talking about softball and this what we're talking about something else. But it's the shit that we talk about that people don't see. Mm-hmm. That's why we want to get all the rebels on here because we all have these different conversations that we be having with each other or together with each other. And it'd be something for the ages, man. It'd be something that I guarantee you, if we did it with all five of us, well, six with Badu. If we all did the podcast together, it'll do numbers because it's everybody talking about how they met each other and how they did this and they different, how they got to Taylor. Taylor is that's where we at.
Yeah, that's the hub.
That's the hub. That's how we came to be. You know, everybody had a different route to Taylor. Everybody got a different route. It's great. We all got different routes. How we got to Taylor. And even though they was calling it Taylor Tucky,
it wasn't
Taylor Tucky no more.
Wasn't no goddamn Tucky where we was at.
No Taylor Tucky.
It wasn't no Taylor. It wasn't no Tucky where we was at.
It was like it was Taylor then Pine Ridge.
You know what? Crazy part is, as long as I lived when I was young, when I lived in Taylor, I thought Pine Ridge was his own city.
Damn,
I ain't know Pine Ridge was in Taylor. Where were you, Taylor? I mean Pine Ridge.
But did you see? Now I watched your podcast, and I watched Meat say, I watched P say it, and I said it. We didn't come outside for a long time. I told you the white girl got me outside. I was in Taylor for 9 months looking out the door. Because I had never seen that many white people before. I remember me said the same thing. I don't know if P said it. I can't remember if P said it or not. I had never seen that many white people before. P said he thought that nobody play basketball.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I had never seen that many white people before. So I'm standing in the house like, damn. So the little white girl knocked on the door and said, hey, you want to play curveball? Like, shit, what the fuck is that? So when they had a little tennis ball, had the bases and shit. I'm like, damn. And then after that day, I start coming outside. Y'all want to play curveball?
Yeah. So I have been in Taylor since the
but I got it
late 70s. Yeah, I finally moved in 81, but I had been in Taylor since the mid to late, like the late 70s. If I was born in 75, I had been in Taylor for years. Cause I remember my mother used to live in Rumblers in apartments next to Wheat and Rye.
Yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying?
She used to live there. That's where my first 3 years of my life I lived there. Then I moved in the project with my mama. I moved in the project with my mama when I was like three. I was like 3 because I went to preschool out in the projects. Because we had our own school in the middle of the project. On elementary school. But when I moved to Taylor, I can remember when that plane crashed.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, I heard that motherfucker hit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I was on my way home to Taylor from Inkster.
You hear all them alarms, all the fire trucks and everything. I'm like, damn, what the heck was that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was out there then.
But
and then I left Taylor and went back to Detroit to live with my mom. Because my mom was in the hospital when I moved out there.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of split us all up because then nobody wanted to take 4 kids.
Yeah.
So they split us up. I went out to Taylor. I really didn't want to go to Taylor. I was trying to go to the east side with my 2 girl cousins, Keisha and April, because every time I was over there, it was live. I was just like, man, this shit fun. This shit fun. And I ended up in Taylor, my auntie Deborah, Debbie, and they're like, man, she had little kids, so I didn't see why I was there. And then I stayed next door to Kyron.
I remember Kyron.
Kyron and all his sisters.
Mm-hmm. And I remember Kyron.
His mom and dad. And
Kyron has mom and dad with him?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know Kyron has mom and dad with him.
And mom and dad.
Because he stayed on the backside facing the wall, didn't he?
Wall, yep.
Yeah.
On the corner.
Yeah.
And I stayed like our apartment was right next to him.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
First, then we moved toward the front.
Uh-huh.
In the entrance way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, my uncle. That's who one of my uncles married one of Kyron's sisters.
Oh, okay. I seen Kyron a few years ago when Sonia Bush's brother passed away, and they came to his
funeral.
Not the funeral part, but the
repast.
Yeah, the repast.
Yeah, then
I seen him like, hey, you look familiar. I'm like, yeah, I know. I remember you. Because he was out there with Cool and all them shit like that. Yeah. I remember that shit. But
we stayed next door to them. And my uncle married his sister, one of his sisters.
But to go back on what we was talking about earlier though, as far as holding grudges and shit like that, man, and the consequences of holding grudges, man, you cannot afford to hold a grudge. I ain't saying forget anything,
right.
But you cannot afford to hold a grudge against anybody, because that shit takes up so much energy,
so much real estate in your brain.
Yeah, to have a grudge on anyone. Sometimes what you have to do, what I learned you had to do sometimes, is put yourself in that person's shoes and try to understand why that person is the way that person is.
I don't even go that far, because I don't give a fuck why you that way you is. I really don't give a shit.
Nah, I mean you may not, but it's always,
if you got a grudge against me, I don't give a. It's not.
No, not holding a grudge against you, but the reason why someone may be the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? And let's say for example, you said your father was this way and that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so now I understand.
I gotta find out why he was how he was.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I got you now.
And then even the same way, even with my father, like I had to come to a realization on why it was the way that he was.
Right.
Wasn't that it wasn't that he didn't like me.
Right. It wasn't you personally.
Yeah, it wasn't that it wasn't that he didn't have no love for me, but it was other reasons on why. And sometimes when you dealing with people, in any fashion, sometimes you got to take yourself out of your situation and put yourself in their situation. When you get an understanding on why it is that they do what it is that they do.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, well, shit, I guess that shit make a little sense now.
That makes a lot of sense.
The motherfucker was hooked on drugs. The motherfucker had another family. You know what I'm saying? And trying to maintain, whatever, between the two, or whatever it is.
Right.
Sometimes you got to take yourself out of yourself and put yourself in that individual.
I agree. You're right. And then, yeah, you right. You got to do that. To understand, at least get a little understanding. You might not understand the whole thing.
No, you ain't never gonna understand the whole thing.
But a little understanding is better than no understanding.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that, this podcast here, touched on some.
This podcast has really been like therapeutic for me because, when I went to therapy, I seen a therapist. That made me. It gave me a better perspective of my life and what what I went through as a kid. Because we only scratched the surface about what I went through as a kid. But this podcast, I mean, especially doing it with a motherfucker that I love and respect as a brother, it really. I didn't know how I would do on a podcast for real. I didn't know if I would be shy or what. But it's really, I mean, just dealing with you anyway. You a talker. You a people person. You a communicator. So that made it easier for me because I'm like, damn, I'm here with my brother. He ain't gonna line me up to hang me out to dry,
right?
Or nothing like that. So I appreciate that. That's why I'm like, shit, I'll be your guest co-host. Shit, whenever you're doing it, whenever you want to hit me up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pull up, and I appreciate this. This is real cool, especially when I seen our other people on here like Vicky Pierre Badu. Some of your other guests on here. Shy, your sister. Just seeing them on here, and then the stuff that y'all was talking about, and the way you was doing your questions. And then like with me and you doing it, I'm asking you questions.
Yeah.
So that's bringing somebody you. So it's almost like we interviewing each other.
Yeah.
So without you having to, oh yeah, I went through this too and this, that, third. I'm asking you questions like, I never knew, your father dynamic like that. I just knew he wasn't privy in your life. When I was around, he wasn't like that, but y'all had a different relationship. He might not have been, he was a father, probably not seen, but he was present a little bit,
Well, he was present to the point to where it's
financial.
Well, it wasn't just at one when I was a kid, it was financial.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even when I became even as an adult, certain person in my adulthood, he was there somewhat. Well, I ain't gonna say somewhat, but he was there financial. I just never asked for a shitload of money. Okay. Because, like, for example, during the whole big three that went under when it was going under, and then the housing crisis that happened. During
the recession.
Yeah, during the recession. Me and my wife, ex-wife, then got evicted from Belleville.
Oh yeah.
I had to move in with my grandmother. My then wife and kids had to move in with her mother, so we was separated. I ain't never not been, with my kids.
Right.
And my father used to always say, "Hey, if you need any money, just ask me."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never felt comfortable asking him for large amounts of money. He cut into me one time. I never got into asking for large amounts of money. I used to always ask him, like, I was getting, because I had just got laid. I got laid off from GM.
Right.
Then we got evicted from Belleville.
Right.
Then I started working at Avis. GM owns part of Avis as far as they fleet wise.
Right.
I got laid off from Avis.
Yeah, damn.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm collecting unemployment and I'm living with my grandmother.
Right.
And my father lived in the same city in Inkster. And every now and then, you know what I'm saying, I also had a bridge card for a minute there too.
Okay.
But them motherfuckers make you feel like shit. So I'm like, I ain't never going through this shit again. I'm never going. These motherfuckers act like this day bridge card money.
Yeah.
And I went through the first quarter, and then I never renewed it. I never renewed it.
Same thing, bro.
And my father, and I used to ask my father from time to time for $20 here and there. I mean, bro, I just need $20. I need $20. I need $20. And one day he cut into me and was like, "Niggas, you on drugs?"
Damn.
Because I'm always asking for $20. $20 because I don't feel comfortable
asking for a large amount.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable like asking for $200-$300 at a time and shit like that. Yeah. So I'm figuring I just want to borrow just what I need.
I might need some gas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm asking for $20 here and there, and he cut into
I'm asking you for an amount that you might not say no to.
Yeah,
I ask you for $300, you probably gonna say no. That's gonna crush me.
Right. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
And I would ask for $20 here and there, and they're like, "Are you on drugs?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't on drugs," but I had to think about why he asked me that. Yeah. Why am I on drugs?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking for everybody know $20 increments.
Right.
I mean, you trying to buy some crack, some heroin, you trying to buy shit like that in $20 increments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that. I just didn't feel comfortable asking for a large amount. I just wanted to ask for what I needed at that time. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but he never said no.
See,
he never said no. Sometimes he would bring it to me. Sometimes I would come get it.
Right.
Sometimes I would meet him at the credit union, where he had to get out. Where he had to go to the credit union and get it out the credit union.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying. So
it is what it is.
So you know, with that being said, you know, I couldn't hold a grudge on him because even as a kid, when I needed something and wanted something, he would give it to me. Even as an adult, when I needed something, he would give it to me. But the only thing that he couldn't give me
at the time
as an adult was that time. And he couldn't give me that time, and he couldn't give me him.
Yeah, time is worth more than anything.
Yeah.
Because that's something you can't get back.
No, you can get money back.
You can get money back.
You can get another TV.
Yeah, you can
get another car.
You can't get no time back.
No.
Time waits for no man.
No, it don't stop for nobody. It don't last forever either.
Yeah.
But you know, on that note right there, like I said, my father passed away.
Right.
And I don't have no regret, you know, afterwards. You know,
you don't have no grudge.
No, I don't have no grudge.
It's supposed to be about grudge, and we talked about the grudge thing. We discussed it. So that's you know what I'm saying. That's a dope part about what we about your podcast, because we can talk about numerous topics.
Oh yeah.
And that grudge thing, I was like, dang, I was at work thinking like, grudge. I say, damn, motherfucker, yeah, you got some stuff to talk about grudges. And I'm telling you, this shit right here this podcast is therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
Yeah, you know,
I'm pretty sure you've been around, you done had so many guests on here that y'all talk about stuff, and then they bring out stuff in you, and you be like, damn.
No. I mean, for me, it is therapeutic just because the therapist I seen never let me drink.
That my
therapist. I ain't never had a therapist. Now I did one therapy session one time remotely at the bar.
I did one remotely
at this bar. At home. At home at this bar.
I did one at home, and I forgot that I was supposed to have it. I said, damn. I'm supposed to be having. She done text me and everything. I'm like, fuck. I just got finished drinking. I wish she know. But then I got to talking. I didn't care if she knew.
Nah, you know what I'm saying. But when I went through the shit, and we don't have well, shit, man. If you want me to open up,
right?
If you want me to,
I gotta be to open up.
Yeah, if this is gonna be therapeutic,
right?
If you want me to open up and tell you everything about me,
right?
I gotta be allowed to be me, to open up and tell you about me. And it's crazy that you say what you said as far as being therapeutic, because I done had plenty of people, a few people come on and say, you know, it's therapeutic. For me, it's therapeutic because I don't hide anything from anyone.
Yeah, that's why.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when we did the first podcast, I was like, bro, I would love to come on and be your co-host.
Yeah.
I would love to be on and be your co-host because that's how good I felt about it. Like, dang, this made me feel good. And I think, like, if me and you doing a co-host and we interviewing somebody, I think whatever you don't ask, I can ask.
Right.
And I think, it'll be, I just think it'll go over well. Even though you do a damn good job by yourself, but sometimes you just need the other person to. Like,
no. I agree with you, but that's the reason why I reached out to you,
right?
You know,
today
for today.
You still coming, bro?
Yeah.
And look, it's crazy because I woke up this morning like I got to do the podcast today. I said, but I gotta let him know I got an eye appointment. And when I got there, she was like, "We gotta dilate your eyes." I'm like, "Oh shit, I might not make the damn podcast. I ain't gonna be able to see." And I was like, "Shit, I gotta make the podcast. I gotta go." And it's just.
And I appreciate. I appreciate you and everybody else that has ever come on the podcast because when I first started doing the podcast, I never looked at it as becoming
right
what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember you was asking, what should I call my podcast? Like, shit, I don't know. Shit. Yeah, but I think this is the name that you gave it. I think that's perfect.
I got the name from an old friend of mine from junior high school back in the day.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? She gave me this girl from junior high school. She gave me the idea when I was talking to her on what to call the podcast. She was like, "Well, why don't you call it Off the Clock with Mo?" And I'm like, "But shit, dang, that's the motherfucker. Right, Off the Clock with Mo. It is
off the clock.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's off the clock.
Yeah,
it ain't off the record.
Right? No, it ain't off the record.
It ain't off the record.
And I just I appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching the podcast, giving me the
I be trying to share it. I be sharing it with people.
The likes that I've gotten, the subscriptions that I've gotten, the comments that I've gotten. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all that.
I think my uncle want to come on here.
I think, you know what I'm saying?
Lonnie want to come on here.
Everybody, just keep giving me those likes, those subscriptions, those comments, and I'm going to keep coming up with more
different topics.
Different topics, you know what I'm saying? Because no topic is off limits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have just one topic I talk about all the time. No topic is off limits, and I just appreciate you showing up. And I think this is going to be. I think this is going to be a wrap on the podcast for today.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming on. This ain't gonna be the last time you come on. I'm gonna get you back on,
bro. We in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We in here.
So
I appreciate you having me, man. I'm gonna pull up for my brothers if they whatever they need.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. You asked me to be on a podcast, and I was like, no doubt. Came. It took me a minute to get on here, but I got on here.
Right.
Now that I'm on here, I enjoy being on here. So you need a guest host. Then guess what? I'm with you.
All right, and thank everybody for tuning in.
Tune in again
to another to another Off the Clock with Mo podcast. So please leave your, please put some likes on there, subscribe, and your comments.
Like, comment, subscribe. What they say.
And we about to tone out and into another week.
Yeah.
So please thank everybody for tuning in to another podcast of Off the Clock with Mo. With me and Lonnie Line, i.e., shrimp in the basket. When you eat some shrimp and it's in the basket with the little red and white squares inside the basket,
don't eat it. Don't eat it because Line got busy. Line got busy.
Thanks everybody for showing up and watching, and thank you, Line, for showing up.